Happy Thursday, and thanks for tuning in to Cronkite Sports Now. On today's edition, we bring you all things college sports. A short week for ASU football as the Sun Devils head to California to take on number 15. How an athlete from Germany found her way in the maroon and gold, and 3 Arizona high school rivals turned teammates. These stories and more coming your way on Cronkite Sports Now. Good afternoon, I'm Mackenzie Pavicic, and thanks again for joining us for this edition of Cronkite Sports Now. Today's stories take us all across the western U.S., but first we'll start local with ASU football. The Sun Devils are on the road this week and looking to get back on track after dropping their Pac-12 opener to Colorado last week. This team has since been forced out of the top 25 and will be taking on the number 15 team in the nation Friday night when the Sun Devils step foot in the Bear Pit to take on Cal.
We got a fast week coming up. We have to leave on Thursday, and so we're playing a good team. Cal's 4-0 now, and got a very stingy defense. They play well. They'll be excited about playing us. It's a conference game, and we got to get ourselves ready to go play.
The Sun Devils and Bears are set to face off tomorrow night at 7:30 on ESPN. But before you tune into that game, make sure you head right over here to Cronkite Sports Now to get an exclusive look into a pair of legacy legs that ASU football boasts on this roster. Michael Turk and Christian Zendejas have both won Pac-12 Special Teams Player of the Week honors earlier this season. And they also come from kicking families with NFL bloodlines. Hear about both of their journeys to Sun Devil Stadium on tomorrow's edition of Cronkite Sports Now. And before today's show takes us to Southern California, we're going to stay right here in Tempe. Well, kind of. ASU senior Charlotte Ahrens has been competing in triathlon since she was just 6 years old. One of the only things that's changed since then is Ahrens trading in the mountains of Germany for the desert we all know and love in Arizona. Cronkite News reporter Madison Carter is catching up with the defending national champs as they reach the midway point in their season.
Charlotte Ahrens said the difference between triathlon in Germany and at ASU is competing as a team.
There's like a community behind it. You're not competing just for yourself, but like there's a team and a group. I really enjoy that.
With 3 years under her belt competing at ASU, Ahrens has made a strong bond with her teammates.
So they are like a great family to have, and it's so great. You have fun in the team, but like everyone pushes each other differently.
Charlotte's definitely one of my closest friends at school here. We're now the only 2 original people on the team. We hang out a lot out of practice too, and she really pushes me in practice, especially being such a strong triathlete her whole life.
Alongside Quintero, Ahrens is a team captain. She helps head coach Cliff English with a variety of tasks.
He's been an incredible performer for us, in the races, but also, as a person. That's why she's one of our team captains. We've just seen so many great things from the very beginning, but she has grown in that way in being a leader.
The Sun Devils women's triathlon team has won 3 consecutive USA Triathlon National Championships in their first 3 seasons of competing. In this season's first opportunity to qualify for the national championship, the team did so with a full podium sweep in the Central Regional Qualifier.
The girls were hungry for it, and so I think it's nice to start strong.
With the national championship hosted in Tempe coming up and Ahrens' final season coming to a close, she believes she has found her home in the United States.
Right now, it's definitely my home. Like the friendships, the ways how I think.
Ahrens said triathlon will always be a part of her life. As of now, Ahrens says she needs to look for jobs and internships as her goal is to stay in the United States. In Tempe, Madison Carter, Cronkite News.
And like Madison said, ASU has won a national title every year since the team was first started in 2016. This year's USA Triathlon Collegiate National Championship will take place right here in Tempe on November 16th. And now another new sport is gaining popularity across the nation. 3 years ago, beach volleyball went from an emerging sport to one sanctioned by the NCAA. And now officials say it's become one of the fastest growing collegiate sports. Cronkite News reporter Erica Morris from our LA bureau went to California State University Northridge to find out what draws people to the sport and how it landed 3 Arizonans a place in the sand at CSUN.
Lauren McMurray, Kaylee Klein, and Darby Honeycutt are all former indoor volleyball athletes who have transitioned to beach volleyball. Campuses from New Jersey to California have built sandboxes and artificial beaches to support the sport, with the number of programs expanding to 69 at the Division I and Division II levels. Some consider beach volleyball more challenging because instead of a team with 6 designated positions, 2 players do it all. This, along with the attitude of the sport, has made the change a welcome one.
Indoor was very political and beach was kind of like very chill. Like, I love the atmosphere of it.
You're in it 100%. You can't get taken out. If you're messing up, you just gotta learn what's going on and fix it right there.
Lauren, Kaylee, and Darby all attended high school in Arizona and even played against one another in the same conference, making the switch from competitor to teammate quite interesting.
It was kind of that rivalry, like we need to beat each other.
It was a friendly rivalship.
With some still holding on to that rivalry.
Desert Vista all the way. Mountain Point, never.
Though Lauren, Kaylee, and Darby first encountered each other as high school competitors, they eventually became teammates and close friends playing youth club sports in Arizona for RPM Sand. The premier beach volleyball club not only focuses on training, but stresses the importance of building lifelong friendships, something the trio has found beneficial for their play here at CSUN.
We've all grown together, and coming to CSUN has been amazing.
Lauren in her junior season and Kaylee and Darby in their sophomore seasons won't see any game action until spring, but the 3 of them look forward to hitting the sand and getting another shot at the Big West title. From Northridge, California, Erica Morris, Cronkite News.
CSUN finished 4th in the Big West Conference last season, and they're currently 5-8 this year. And that does it for today's edition of Cronkite Sports Now. For Arizona sports stories from around the valley, visit the Cronkite Sports tab on arizonasports.com. And as always, for top Arizona news stories, head over to our website at cronkitenews.azpbs.org. And be sure to tune in tonight at 5 p.m. on Arizona PBS for our nightly newscast. On behalf of the entire Cronkite Sports Now crew, thanks for joining us, and make sure you tune in tomorrow to kick off your weekend right with our Friday edition. We'll see you then.